Hey there, Saber fans. Shamim here. It's kinda Graflex time, technically. This is Darth Vader's lightsaber from Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, as many of you know, was cobbled together using a Graflex flash gun, as they could not find an MPP from a previous film as they started filming the fight scenes in the throne room for Episode 6. And so they found an old flash gun, Graflex style, that they had many of. There was much more... many more of those were made than just MPP flash guns. So they found a cheap Graflex flash gun, threw some black on there, made it kind of look like Darth Vader's lightsaber from episodes 4 and 5. And that's what we ended up with as the stun saber for episode 6. This is a customer commission. I've done several DV6 installs before, but all of them sort of just utilized the stock pieces that came with the DV6 kit from Corbanth. This customer wanted to go a little bit of an extra mile and make their DV6 much more screen accurate to some of the reference photos that we have of the prop that was used in Return of the Jedi. And so there is quite a bit of light weathering and rust painting effect going on across the whole hilt. We've got the proper orientation for these two buttons, where it's parallel on the top one, perpendicular on the bottom one. What else did we do? We filled in these two door hinge knob holes that were there. A little bit of weathering on the black pieces. What else do we do? We rounded the grips. So instead of them, being flat, the grips that come with the Corbanth kit are pretty flat, 90 degrees. So we rounded all of those off. And then we also added, you can see right there and right there, the two misaligned holes, as well as in another reference photo, there's actually 4 of them that I could see. So I went with the reference shot that I was given, where these are from a previously aligned 6-grip Luke Skywalker hilt. That was used in episode 5. Then they took off those 6 grips and put 7 grips on, because Vader's has 7 grips. And so you can see, because of the misalignment from 6 to 7 grips, that's where you have those 2 missing holes on either side. Then customer also has a more accurate D-ring. I think this is from Wanawanga, I'm not sure. These are Skywampa rivet screws, so they are vented for sound. And then there's also a plate to simulate a non-stamped bottom there. But it is still vented for sound. There's a little slot right underneath the kobold ring there. And you've got your accurate blade plug, and because we've sealed off these two, we're using this front glass eye for blade retention. Internally, it's a Prizm5.1 soundboard. Customer opted for a red, deep red, white Tri-Cree XP2 LED. So that's what we have there. As I said, you've got your main and tactile activation switches in the box with the proper orientation. And then it's a 28mm Saber Essentials bass speaker. And those are... very high quality speakers, but it is recommended that they be run at volume 3 instead of the max of volume 4. So about 75% of max volume, just to avoid the risk of blowing out your speaker. So customer, when you get your Saber in, note that it has already been preset to level 3, and that if you want to increase it to level 4, you do so at your own risk, since Saber Essentials does recommend that it only be run at level 3 out of 4 or lower. In terms of volume. It's a 7/8 inch blade. It's actually very similar to the hilt that Christian Gale and I recently reviewed together. That one, of course, was for his personal collection, and he did a masterful job weathering it and doing a lot of accuracy mods. And I haven't done as many of the mods on this one as he chose to do on his, but it's still pretty similar in terms of style, but I still think that he has... He's done a better job in terms of weathering, and I'm man enough to say that he's much better at weathering. This kind of like subtle weathering that he does, he's so good at it. So I'm man enough to admit when someone's better than me at something. And Christian is much better than me at subtle weathering, which is why I hate him so much. Hashtag hate Christian Gale. So let's go ahead and get started. We have a selection of Darth Vader boot up sounds. Excuse me. And Darth Vader style sound fun. So let's just go ahead and get right into it.
What is thy bidding, my master?
This is dark meat with a Vader breathing mixed in with the hum as requested by the customer.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
This sounds like A New Hope Legends. Again, with Darth Vader breathing mixed in with the hum. That's part of the font. I added the breathing for dark meat, but this is part of the font for A New Hope Legends. There should be some dialogue on a few of the clash sounds. Let's see if we can get those to activate. Oops, I just swung, but you could start him saying your powers are weak, old man. I'm randomly getting all the ones that don't have voice.
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
The circle is now complete.
You know, I may go in and I gotta see how many of the clashes actually have dialogue quotes, and I may just add a few more, because this is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that.
Don't make me destroy you.
I think this is... I have no idea. Let's see what it is. It's MPP HD. Oh, no. This is ESP Legends. A little bit of a slower Darth Vader breathing going. You can also hear a little bit of the Cloud City atmosphere going on in the hum. This one also has...
Your destiny lies with me.
This font has many more
Many
more dialogue quotes from Vader in Empire Strikes Back than A New Hope Legends.
Don't let yourself be destroyed as Obi-Wan did. All too easy. Obi-Wan has taught you well. You have controlled your fear.
What else we got?
You don't know the power of the dark side.
This is Vader 6. A sound font perfect for the episode 6 Darth Vader hilt specifically. What else do we get? DVR1 choice. This is probably my favorite Vader font of all time. The sensitivity on this is quite nice. And those clashes are just perfect. You can see some of the weathering going on along the back. You got some rust going on inside of these little rivet pieces. MPP.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
No, you're not. All right, let's quick throw a blade in there. So you loosen your glass eye up there. The blade plug slides out. As I said, it's a 7/8 inch blade. Tighten your thumb screw again. This is solid red. This is now an equal mix of solid red and deep red. You can see on my hand there's some of that pinkish deep red getting mixed in. And this is pure deep red. You can see now on the edge of the blade, on the edge of the camera, it's showing much more pinkish. And back to a solid regular red. Let's quick show off SD card and recharge port access. We'll slide the blade plug back in, line it up with the emitter, and tighten. It's a static chassis inside, so you unscrew the entire bottom portion, revealing your chassis. This is a chassis from, I believe it's Almost to Mordor on Shapeways, which is a great shop name, just as a Tolkien fan. There's your recharge port. When I ship it to you, a small low-profile white kill key will be included, so you'll want to take that out before you get started. There's your 28mm bass speaker from Saber Essentials, and your soundboard with SD card. As always, before removing or inserting the SD card, make sure that your kill key is plugged into the recharge port to cut power to the soundboard. Then you can pop out the SD card, pull it out with tweezers or flat pliers. Do what you need to do, plug it back in. And then when you're done, you can slide that back on and screw it. So there you have it, guys. Darth Vader, Episode 6, Return of the Jedi style lightsaber with some weathering and some additional accuracy mods. I really like how the rounded grips turned out, and this is my first time rounding off grips. I'm quite happy with how that turned out. Also got a little bit of weathering up here on the emitter before I did a clear powder coat on that. So the chips that you see in the black powder coating are there, but they won't chip off anymore because I've done another clear coat on top of that, so you don't have to worry about like random specks of the powder coating chipping off. So there's that, a little bit of protection up there. Yeah, anyway, I'm quite happy with how it turned out. I really like the weathering. It's a beautiful design, and I hope that the customer will be satisfied with it. As you watch this video, if you have any questions or if you want any of the sound fonts or the boot ups or anything changed, just let me know, and I'll be happy to do that before I ship it out to you. The next Darth Vader lightsaber that I do is going to be quite special. It will also be an Episode 6 style, but it'll be a little bit of a post-Episode 6, if you know what I'm talking about. So look forward to that. I'm very much looking forward to doing that special project, and I look forward to revealing it to you guys. So thank you all so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.